I don't like watching myself playing. I get annoyed by the way I am on court because it's so different. I feel embarrassed every time. US Open is kind of like similar to Australia. They just probably drink a little bit more than Australians. I'm gonna keep sending them tequila and just to get them to on my side. If you compare our sport to others, if you see the percentage, it's like a joke.
Is your workout regimen just insane?
If I do heavy weights for 1 week, my muscles are getting really big. It's just tough to play tennis after that.
Is there a part of your game that you want to keep evolving?
Yeah, I want to have a better slice. I want to use it more often.
I have a great backhand slice, actually.
Can you come to our practice and you can help me?
I'll work with you a little bit, yeah. If you were in charge of the WTA for a day, what would you like to change?
Hi, my name is Aryna Sabalenka and this is Boardroom Cover Story.
There's so much pressure in sports in general, but I always think about tennis as like this intense pressure being, an individual sport. Does a whole other layer of pressure start to creep in when you get to that top spot? Because when you're climbing and you're eyeing it, it's such a clear vision. But when you're there, it's about maintaining it.
Well, yeah. I think pressure is part of our lives. And the moment you understand that this is normal and you don't have to avoid it, you just have to live with it. You kind of like put it aside and it's there, it's constantly there. But you put it aside and you focus on different things. It's really important to have right people around you because when you have this healthy environment, it also helps to kind of like forget about the pressure and focus on the right things.
Even though being number one in the world is incredible, is the real focus still for somebody in your position about the majors?
Of course, everyone chasing majors, and nobody really, I think in top 10, nobody really cares about ranking. It only makes difference in your contracts and the bonuses you're getting. So of course you want to stay as high as possible. But I think to keep being where you are, you have to focus on improving yourself every day and trying to bring something new in the game, trying to in some ways surprise your opponents with the new tools you have in your game. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, we all focus on titles, on getting as many titles as you can.
Do you watch a lot of film on your matches and your opponents and like see things that you want to constantly improve on?
Well, I leave that part for my team. I don't like watching myself playing. I get annoyed by the way I am on court because it's so different and it's so aggressive, and I feel embarrassed every time, even though I understand, like, this is the way I have to be successful in what I do. But like in preparation for the matches, I watch my opponents just so I prepare for their game and just to know what to expect. And then after matches, like my team talks to me and they say, okay, this didn't work. This worked really well, and this is where we have to improve, and this is what we're gonna do in the next days. So I have a really good team to take care of that.
So you mentioned your on-court demeanor, which is funny because you're so bubbly and fun off the court, and you're such a gangster on the court.
Yeah, because this is, I dedicate a whole life for sport and I want to be successful. And this is something big for me and important for me and my family. So there is no time for jokes. I'm there to play, to fight, and to get the wins. And I cannot be a nice person there. Like, I'm there to get the win no matter what, and I cannot be nice and fun. And still, I with the years, with the experience, I managed to have fun there, like to be kind of like nicer. But whenever there is the moment of, okay, this is the point, the game I have to get, like I have to win, I'm going to be like 100% on and I'm going to be aggressive. So it's a bounce.
Is it hard to turn that off?
No, it's natural. Like whenever the match is finished, I'm like, okay, I'm back to be Aryna. Like normal Aryna.
Yeah, the real you.
Real me, yeah.
Historically, women especially have gotten criticism at times for on court, right? Serena got a lot of that throughout her career. Has watching like her from afar growing up and other players helped you in dealing with that when you've had people say things at times about your on-court demeanor as opposed to your off-court demeanor?
You know, I have a very funny story from a very young age. People were comparing me to Sharapova, like, oh, you're next Sharapova. I was very little, like 8 or 9. My dad told me this story. And whenever people would call me different names, like current like top players, I would just look and say, no, I'm like next Sabalenka. I have no clue how I like was, like why and like how did it came to my mind to say this stuff. But I watch tennis, of course, but I would never like look at someone and think like, oh my God, like I want to be like her. Like, no, like I don't know. I think I was just too focused on, I don't know, on my life, on playing tennis, having fun, like trying to be as good as possible on each practice. But now looking back on those people, of course I want to dominate the way Serena was dominating the tour. But growing up, I didn't have any idols. I don't know if it's good or bad because everyone was inspired by someone and I want to be inspiration for the next generation. I think that's the goal in life. But me personally, I was just like, I don't know, I was too focused. Maybe I was just too selfish and too much in love with myself. So I was like doing my thing. I don't know, but I never had idols.
You know, it's for a lot of, I've worked with a lot of professional athletes. That seems to be common, right? Like, and I think it's probably that like different thing that separates the greats, which is that, you know, I'll ask athletes like who their favorite players were growing up or who their favorite teams were. And they look at me like I was on the court. I was out playing. I was focused on me.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's the way to success.
I mean, but Serena did deal with criticism, right? Which I think is like even different than whether she was a favorite player of yours or not. And there's been other women through the years. Have you been able to just like accept that sadly that's a part sometimes of the narrative around sport?
I think you have to accept that there is definitely going to be people who's not going to like you the way you are on court. And I think it's important to focus on yourself, on what actually helps you to be as good as you are on, like in your sports and whatever industry you're in. So I think you have to put it aside, like those negative comments, criticism, all of that stuff. And you have to focus on people who actually loves you and who supports you. So I don't really care like what people thinks about my attitude on court or my behavior. I know that this is the way I have to be successful and to probably inspire those people who actually support me and who see like an inspiration in me. So I focus on positivity.
Last year you won the US Open and you had won 2 Australians before, but you know, what does New York City mean to you and what was that moment like last year, winning on that stage?
You know, it was a very special moment and I think I was just, I don't know, I was on the top of the world at that moment.
Sabalenka.
Because I struggled a lot in the past in New York and this was the slam I badly wanted to win. And I would fail in the semis, in the final against Coco, even though I thought like, okay, everything is going my way. And it felt like I was controlling the game, but I still lost it. And like getting that win, it was just like, you know, everything happened for a reason. And I was there, I was enjoying it. And I felt like, okay, now I'm where I'm meant to be. And I finally got this beautiful trophy. And I think New York is super special.
Yeah.
It's a big city, like big people watching you play. And the crowd is incredible there, you know, and if you feel all the support from the crowd, it's just incredible, honestly. Like, I don't know, I was on top of the world.
Give her what she deserves, New York.
I was at the match the year before your semis loss, and then I was at your win this past year. And you could tell the crowd felt that too, and they were behind you and knew that journey took place.
Yeah, it took me a little while to build that, I don't know, that kind of like love from the crowd here, because I don't know why, but every time in the finals I play against Americans, it's like a test, you know, like, haha, we got you now, you know, and like you have to pass the test. And going into the last final against Pegula, I was like, I was like, I don't know, I was like kind of like praying, like, please, like, okay, if not half people, just like 15-20%. I just need to like a little support, a little love. And I was playing the match and I felt like I was the American, I felt all the support and I had a goosebumps. Honestly, I had a goosebumps every time I would make a cool point. I felt the support, and this is what actually motivates me and helped me to keep going. And I really hope, I inspire people.
You like being in New York?
I love it.
You do?
Yeah, no, probably for a living, it's a little bit too much, but also depends, you have to know the areas. But I love being in New York, like it's good places, good restaurants, great shopping. I don't know, I love it. This is how I spend like my days in New York.
Wait, walk us through your day in New York.
I do plan in the morning, shoot some video content, then I eat, then I shop, then I eat, then I shop again, then I eat again. Then I probably shop online, and that's it. Perfect.
What a life. What a liar.
What a liar.
What would you say like the different kind of personalities of the crowds of the four majors are?
Well, Australians, they are also crazy about tennis, so I don't know how to say that. I don't want to offend anyone, but I love supporting Australia. But in Australia, they go really crazy. If you get fans in Australia, I mean, they're gonna be cheering for you like crazy, like literally like crazy, going nuts sometimes, and I love it. It's just the best feeling. French, I mean, they're very picky with whom they support, and yeah, if they support, they sing. I would say like that. Wimbledon is just so classy, so like polite, and everyone is kind of like quiet and very respectful there. And US Open is kind of like similar to Australia. They just probably drink a little bit more than Australians. So
They had the honeydew strength.
I love it. Like keep drinking. I'm gonna keep sending them tequila and just to get them to on my side.
Yeah. Your semis match, actually, I sat in the front row with Kevin Durant. I don't know if you remember this. We were like right there on the side. And that was his first time drinking honeydew all night long. And we were two of those very drunk New York fans.
Oh, so you understand what I'm saying.
I do understand. Obviously, you're incredible on every surface, but would you say there's like a surface that you're still trying to conquer in your mind?
No, I think I'm pretty confident on every surface. It's just like probably I never been successful on clay and grass compared to hard court, but I really think it's just because we play the most of the times we play on the hard court, and if I would have a little bit more chances on the clay court, like a bit, I don't know, longer season on the clay, maybe I would be more successful than I am. But I love playing on every surface.
And you adjust your game. There's certain things that change according to surface?
Yeah, hard court is a bit faster and you just go for it. Clay court, you have to build a point and it's more physical. Physically, it's tougher. And grass is just super, super fast and super low, and you gotta have a good touch to play there.
Is there a part of your game that you want to keep evolving? Like if you could pinpoint one thing you'd like to get better?
Yeah, I want to have a better slice, and I want to use it more often.
I have a great backhand slice, actually.
Okay, so can you come to our practice and you can help me to improve?
I'll work with you a little bit, yeah.
Thank you so much.
But I have my own little trick, so.
Yeah, okay, I need to know that.
All right, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
I know you're going to be here again later in the year in December at Madison Square Garden, which is a whole different type of crowd and element. But what were some of those things that you talk about in terms of just like what started to come to you after winning here?
Well, I think US Open exploded me more than Australia Open and then the rest of the tournaments I played. And I think people get to know you more and brands see you. They actually see, because like after winning US Open, media is you like I felt like you all over, and it's very good because you have more opportunities to talk to the brands, to build good connections with your favorite brands, and from the business side of the asset world, you get more opportunities.
And, you know, obviously as that happens, having the right team around you is important. And this past year, you made a switch and joined the team at Evolve, who I love dearly and have done an incredible job. What was the thought process in making that switch?
I didn't like the way IMG approached things, and if you want to build something big and something for yourself and you want to build your brand and not just get the momentum deals, and you know, they're not gonna help you on that. And when I never had like structured plan for like what I actually want, where I want to be, like which brands I want to work with. So they never like had like really structured plan for me, and they not really, I think, like, okay, I'm not gonna talk about like them overall, but I'm gonna say that with me personally, they weren't like really focused on me, on building like my brand. You know, I was just like one of so many.
Yeah.
And you know, like it's tough to compete with the rest of the players they have because of the market, and they wasn't ready to put a hard work into like helping me. I found a great team. I feel super connected, and as you said, I really love those guys.
Yeah. No, and also, you know, it's a natural progression. I think it happens a lot. Like you grow and you change, and
as you look back, you see that all of the top players, at some point, they leave IMG.
yeah. What do you look for with a brand partner? And who are some of your brand deals?
Oakberry, of course, AP, Nike, Wilson, Double Tequila, and all of them are very professional at what they do. I feel very close and I can ask, and it's also these brands like AP helps you to get into a fashion world and build your connections and talk to like really high profile people. And it's also, you know, like I'm getting better, I'm learning, and I can talk and I can ask, I can get advice, and that's just I love to work with those brands.
Some of these businesses that like Roger Federer was able to build, and Serena, and some of your peers now like Coco, you see so many of these successful athlete entrepreneurs. What do you see that interests you in all of that?
Well, I love to see, the way, as you said, Federer and Nadal and all of these big people, big athletes, they build their business behind their sport, because I think it's really important to build something outside of tennis, because your career is not long enough and you have to have something else outside of your sport. I love fashion. I love business. I love to learn new stuff and work with the different brands and invest money. Obviously, I definitely look up to people like Federer, and I was following their career outside of tennis, just so I can learn a little bit and see what I can do to get better at this part of my life.
Well, you're doing the best thing in the world for business, which is you're number one in the world and you're dominating.
I mean, obviously, the base is keep focusing on your main job, because this is the good base for building a business, you know. So our focus, of course, is there, 100% there.
Are there brands in the fashion space that you love?
Oh my God, I love so many brands. Of course, Yves Saint Laurent, Loewe, Ally is amazing. Miu Miu, they have really cool stuff. Frankie shop is unbelievable for blazers, jackets. I can just keep going. The Row, I love The Row. So good, the quality.
Do you think you could design at some point in your life? Do you like that process?
I love the process. I definitely can give some ideas, but I'm not that professional in that, so I cannot put the picture together. I have ideas which I can throw to the people who can make them live.
What's the best city to shop in?
Price-wise, or just
for you? Where do you enjoy shopping?
I enjoy shopping. Where do I enjoy shopping?
Paris.
Oh, Paris, definitely Paris. I never shop in Milan, but I've heard a lot, so I would like to go there. I like to shop in New York.
When I was younger, it felt like tennis players retired earlier, and then obviously, like, you know, the big three are playing or played, two of them, one continues to play and looks like he'll never stop playing.
Yeah, probably he will never do that.
And Serena played forever, and others. You know, so when you think about like what the peak is for a tennis player now, like, do you envision playing as long as humanly possible? Do you think you're at your peak right now? Do you feel like you can get better and better and better still?
I think I'm still improving, and I think I still can get better. But it's a tough question for women, because for guys, it's all about their lifestyle to stay healthy. Now there's so many, first of all, even like fitness is different. Everyone is aware of that stuff and they build their body just so their career can be longer. But for women, there is other part, which is like family and building the family. Of course, ideally, I'm not retiring anytime soon, but I want, like, at some point, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, maybe not 10, but maybe like 7 years, I want to build a family and probably come back and try to get back on level I was before family situation. But I don't know, I just have so much love and passion to the sport, and that's literally everything I've been doing my whole life, and I think it's going to be very tough for me to retire. So I think I'll be one of those people who's like very old but keep trying.
Yeah, but there's been other examples. People are coming back all the time now.
Yeah, but you know, it's tricky. I don't want to just come back and be on like this middle level. If coming back, I'm talking about coming back, like really coming back on the top. Yeah.
Is your workout regimen just insane?
What does it mean?
What you do to train.
That's what I thought. I do a lot of stuff, but we're mostly working with the body weight. I'm not doing like crazy heavy weights because, I don't know, let's say my genetics, because if I do heavy weights for 1 week, my muscles like getting really big, and I'm getting like really big, and like it's just tough to play tennis after that. So we're working with the body weight and also controlling the body balance. Of course, there's conditioning, but yeah, we're just trying to build that healthy, strong body to extend my career.
Feel no pressure to answer this question, but as a tennis fan, it would be interesting for me to hear. Who would you say your kind of top 5 favorite players of all time, men and women?
Definitely Federer, Nadal. The hard work he put in, it's crazy. I mean, of course, Serena, the way she dominated. Steffi Graf, I love her so much. Is it 4?
I think we're at 4, yeah.
We go for one more. Oh, Agassi. So Steffi, Agassi, this family is the best.
You got to keep them together.
Yeah.
If you were in charge of the WTA for a day, what would you like to change?
I mean, prize money. But it's not only for WTA. I think players, like tennis players, we deserve to get more. And I think even if you compare our sport to other, like NBA, NHL, if you see the percentage, it's like, and golf, it's like a joke, you know? I think we need to bring this number a bit higher.
It still blows your mind thinking about just the work you put in and growing up in Belarus, and now you're #1 in the world.
Yeah, I think whenever you reach any of your goals, the moment you reach it, you just have all of those memories from the past, from what you went through, what it actually took you to get where you are. And it blows your mind. You're like, oh my God, I went through a lot and I'm staying here, and you're just proud of yourself, of what you were able to build.
And 20 years from now, what would you like someone to say about you?
She was a beast.
A beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. I love it. All right. Well, good luck next week at the Open. I really appreciate you sitting down with us. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, subscribing. Go to boardroom.tv. Check out the August Cover Story with Aryna Sabalenka, the #1 player in the world.
Thank you. Oh, I have cramping.